Good morning, everybody. Painblade back here again from Server 1, representing ISC and Tribes Lab. We did it, guys. We hit 300 subs in a month. It's pretty exciting for me to be seeing these numbers go up and all these wonderful comments and people jumping on and thanking me for the videos. And I just want to say it's my pleasure, guys. It's been amazing doing this for you and the community of Ninja Tribes, and I hope to continue doing it and growing. And I hope these videos are helpful and continue to be helpful. And if they ever get stale, or if there's things that you guys want to see that's different, let me know. Of course, I'm always willing to adjust and adapt. That's the whole purpose of this channel. It's to make sure that you guys are getting what you need from a content perspective. But with that being said, so thank you again. I just thank you to Discord, Reddit, and everybody else out there in the YouTube world for promoting and and supporting me on this journey. So today, guys, we're going to actually be jumping in to another showcase before the new banner that's going to be coming out, which nobody really knows what it's going to be. But you will see another summon video and another character, showcase when the new one comes out. But today we're going to go back a little bit. I've been covering a crit team, and this is going to be another showcase for another member of that crit team, and we're going to be covering Hinata today. So I would like to get Hinata and Neji done. That way we can move on to the rest of the Sanin. But what I want to do, the reason why I'm focusing on Hinata and Neji is because they're very popular characters amongst the free-to-play players and the whale players. So, and two of the actually most unique and qualified players to be on anyone's roster. So today we're going to cover Hinata. So let's go through what we normally do. Let's go through the artwork. As you guys can see, she's got her gentle fist going, her pose. This is the older version of Hinata, of course, the one before Naruto and her get together. This is the Shippuden version. Great colors, the greens and the blues and the purples. A lot of confidence in her, actually, which normally she's a shy person. So it's awesome to see that they illustrated her this way. So love the artwork on her. Now, stats-wise, she is a crit machine. The Hinata is built to essentially be one of the best nukes in the game, which makes it very, very optimal to put her on your team, especially as a free-to-play player, because you can actually farm her shards up to 9 times a day. And if you reset, in my opinion, you should be doing this if you're free-to-play. If you reset each of her elite missions once, you can farm up to 18 shards a day for her, which is insane because you can get her to 7 stars in no time, and she'll be one of the best players on your roster. But if you look at her stats, what makes her so good is her crit rate percentage. She sits at 29.31. She's one of the highest base crit percentage people in the game. But not only that, she gives herself so many crit rate and crit damage buffs that this is negligible to some extent, right? As you can see, I am running at 7 stars, so you will see the damage increase rate go up. Now, the performance you're going to see in Arena is a very undeveloped version of Hinata of mine. I've actually given her more skills today and more gear before I made the fight happen. So since then, I've actually upgraded her. So what you're going to see now is a better version than what the fight's going to show. So that's even better for you guys to kind of understand how powerful she really is, right? So high crit rate, low crit damage increase rate at 9.81%, but there's a reason behind that, and I'll show you when we go to her skill kit. And of course, she's got an extremely high damage increase rate when you get her to 5 stars and max that out, and then damage reduction rate, she's not bad. Now, I did get her limit break 2 as well, so we are seeing more stats. Now, if you look at the HP section, the link bonuses, let's jump into link bonuses real quick. A very easy person to get link bonuses for. Hinata just requires Kiba, which is a rare, and a Shino. Well, that's obviously her team, so very easy to get, easy farmable, and very straightforward. That will give her the attack 20%, which is extremely useful for her. To get her defense up, you need Ino and SR Sakura Haruno, which again is very easy to get, both very farmable. And remember, guys, for link bonuses, you just need to unlock the characters. You don't need them at a certain star level. So everybody should have these characters unlocked. And then lastly, to get the HP, which is very, very good for her, you need Neji, which again, farmable. And then you need the UR Naruto Uzumaki 7th Hokage. Now that's the only one that might be a little more difficult if you're free to play. I mean, he has been around since the grand opening, so it should be fairly easy to get at this point. But if you don't have him, keep trying. He is in Legends. He should pop up some one point or another. Unfortunately, you cannot get him from the Shinobi Exchange. So that's one of the harder ones to get. But outside of that, everyone else is very straightforward, and this is what makes her so unique. Not only is she so farmable, but she's also easy to get her link bonuses. Now, if we look at the bottom, she is an A-type character, so she's an extreme nuke. She's technically a glass cannon until you get her vitality up, then she becomes actually very tankable as well. But if you look at her HP, she's sitting at 130k. Her attack is almost at 31,000, and her defense is at 7,000, which actually for an A unit is really good. As you can see, mine's only rank 18 because I only started working on her like literally 7 days ago. But I'm gonna be maxing her out, and I can show you guys eventually my whole roster maxed out, and we can see and do a little ranking system of who to keep working on and who not to, right? So her speed, actually, she's pretty good. She's got a pretty high speed rate, not as fast as Lee, for example, or I, or any of those characters, but because she's an SR, her speed is easier to level, and because she's mid-range, she will be pretty fast. So you don't have to put her in the energy cell. She can benefit in force and spirit for the damage increase or the attack percentage. Where you put her for that is up to you. I personally would put her in spirit because damage increase does more than attack for her, because she's such a crit and damage percentage character as a multiplier. You want to add more damage percentage to that kit, right? So putting her in spirit is better in my opinion. Plus you also give her more HP. All right, so let's get into her specials. Actually, let me go back for a second, guys. Let's look at her tribe real quick. I've been doing that lately, so I'm going to continue that. So the only tribe she has is a single target tribe with Shino and Kiba, friends you can count on. It's a single target tribe, right? So it's not really good. In my opinion, probably one of the worst tribes to be using. Also, the characters, like Kiba's okay. Like for an R, he's actually probably one of the best Rs, but you can do better, right? So I would put her in a co-op situation, but if you really want to use this tribe, it's not bad. I mean, you can use it in raids and stuff to help build the rest of Chakra for the rest of your teams, or Tower of Eternity, but in PvP-wise, you would never want to use this. All right, so let's jump into her kit. As you can see, mine's only tier 13. I'm going to get her to 14 and 15 eventually, but let's go on to her specials. Now, I actually want to go over some numbers with you with Hinata. Hinata's base stats, as you guys saw, was 29.31% crit, right? So when she does her Jitsu, she actually boosts her own crit by 56.57%. So let's just say 57% as a roundup, right? So right before she even does her Jitsu, she's already raising her crit to 57%. If you add that 30% to it, right, you're already doing 87% crit damage, or not crit damage, sorry, crit rate right before her Jitsu even spawns. So you know you're most likely going to crit right away using her Jitsu. Now, if there is 6 or fewer undefeated allies left, so 6 or less on your team, she actually boosts her own crit damage rate by 90.22%, which is nutty. Like that means she's pretty much hitting as a multiplier 90.22% more damage from crits than she was originally doing, which is only 10%, right? So now you're hitting at 100% crit damage rate if there are 6 or less. So if she survives, she is gonna be easily the hardest hitting person on your team. Okay, so that's what makes her unique. She always boosts her own crit. She's a very selfish character. She boosts her own crit rate and she boosts her own crit damage, but when she does, she's easily going to be the hardest hitting person. So the second skill, actually, she again boosts her own crit by 60%. We're just going to round up. So add that to her base, which is 9.81. So let's say 10. So she's hitting for 70% right before she does this move. So she's most likely going to be critting again with this one. So her critical rate constantly increases with every move she does, right? So if you pull off this one, chances are you're going to be critting and you're going to be hitting really hard. So again, very, 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 very strong move. Of course, she has an attack boost M, which is, normal for SRs. If she was a UR, she would have the L. Now, this is her limit break 2. Originally, she only had the ability to boost her own crit rate at the start of the turn, which means if you go first, if you're faster than your opponent, she will boost her own crit rate by 12.45% for the rest of the turn. So add that to your already existing 10%, guys. You're now at 22.45%, right? Crit rate for the whole battle. So forget the 10%. If you have her unlocked for 4 stars, now you're at 22% crit rate. So now add that extra 12% to every single Jitsu and second skill you're doing. You're already at 100% crit rate now. So she's hitting 100% crit unless somebody has crit suppression to block it, right? Crit suppression rate is the only way to block this 100%. Now with Limit Break 2, she also boosts her own critical damage rate by 5.98, so another 6% on top of her already 100% if there are 6 or less allies left after her Jitsu. So now you're hitting 106% crit damage. That's not including anyone else's buffs, such as Neji's buffs or Dedera's buffs, which give you insane amounts. So you can literally with her hit about 150% crit damage with the proper buff set up, which is insane. And it lasts for the rest of the battle. So Hinata, guys, easily one of the hardest hitters in the game. Shout out to Skrusten from ISC, who's been promoting her nonstop. rightfully so. If you guys don't know, he has been behind this girl from day one. And you know, after putting her together and seeing her connect and hit and put her through battle, I can see why. And again, what you see here in terms of skills, I was nowhere near. I think my Jitsu skill was 50, the second skill was 50, the 33 on the third skill, I had 40 on the fourth skill, and then I had like 10 and 10 on the fight you're about to see. All right, so gear wise, I've got her all at 65. That was fine when I did it. I do have awakening weapons. I'm waiting for some orbs. As you can see, I need one more to get her to 2. I am actually going to focus on getting my crit team done, and she's going to be an integral part, so I'm definitely going to be awakening her weapons. Scrolls and talismans, 25, 25. A lot of work still left, guys. 65, if you don't know, is the cap right now for level 74. You can't go higher than 65. It takes a lot of arena coins and TOE coins, guys, so start saving those up. If you think you have a lot, like in the 20, 30, 40, 50,000s, trust me, it's not enough. Keep saving, unless you start finally powering up your characters. And then vitality, of course, I needed to get 20 vitality in order to get her limit break 2. So I did the following. I did the first one, which gives her more chakra during chain attacks. The second one, of course, vitality for arena. You obviously want that to 20. Skill activation is really good for her because you do want her second move to go off as often as possible, as she will be doing almost 100% crit rate, 70 to 80, right? I mean, and with her trait, she's close to 90%. And then, of course, the vitality will open up in tier 15 when I get her there. So definitely important to almost maximize her completely on this level, guys. And Hinata, once you maxed her completely, like in terms of limit breaks and all that, can easily hit to the 42, 43,000 power mark and above, right? So there's the additional traits and additional stats she gets from being limit break 2, which is really good, guys. So definitely focus on her, get her limit break 2. It is 100% worth it. And she will do a lot for your team. All right, so let's just jump into the battle now. Let's go into my arena. So I think I placed 3rd today so far. I might place 4th. It's getting really competitive in server 1. So let's go records. I haven't lost a battle today using her. So, but I do want to showcase the one with Onyx. Now the reason why I chose this battles is because, again, she was very under skilled in this fight, so you won't see her full potential, but you still see enough to show you how many times she crits and how often she does crit her jitsu and how much damage she pulls off. All right, so we're gonna speed this up to ×5 just to go through the normal guys, and then we'll toss in the ones with Hinata at 1 speed so you guys can see. Now I do have the Dara on my team, so he's automatically giving her an extra 20% crit damage. And so you're going to see her hit harder than she normally would anyways. So if you have the Dara, 100% put him on the same team. He is the ultimate crit buffer for the crit team, and everything should be centered around him for that. So that means Hinata, Lee, and Neji should be around him. Here we go. So let's watch this. So crit rate up automatically, crit damage up automatically. Now her crit damage up stacks with the Dara's. So she's doing her second skill, 100% chance she's doing a crit now, right? So let's watch this go off. Now the opponent has Hinata too, and I think Onyx's Hinata is maxed out. So let's see what his does, right? Unless I kill her here, I don't think I will. So there you go, crit damage 56.9. Now if I had her tier 15, promise you that I'll be doing about 70k. And you see there, she tanked quite a bit. She took an A hit and she took a D hit, which is the opposing element to her, and she survived. So she is very tanky if you get her vitality up, and she's got 7k defense at tier 13. So you know she's definitely not easy to kill for a nuke. Sorry guys, we're gonna just skip through most of these here just to get you to the Hinata stuff. And I did fight Onyx a few times today, and I watched his Hinata as well too, and I think I've seen his Hinata crit for a max of like 300k at one point. Normal, that's without a co-op, and that's pretty common for her. Like mine doesn't hit as hard right now because the Jitsu wasn't maxed, and she's not tier 15. She doesn't have all of her skills up. She doesn't have all of her weapons, maxed out at this point. So the damage you're gonna see from my end is not gonna be as much as the one he does. So here we go. You get to see her Jitsu now, and hopefully we get to see Hinata's on his end as well, but we'll find out. So let's see what happens here. I might end up killing everybody on his team with this, but we'll see, because the Dara does have an AoE. He might end up stunning folks as well too. So let's see what happens here. Now, this automatically gives her an extra 33% crit rate. So now she's over 100% crit rate, just so you guys are aware. So now she's not going to be missing crit. There's no crit suppression characters on Onyx's team to stop this. So you should see 100% crit here and about 148% crit damage. There you go, 141k crit. Now, again, if that was a maxed out version of her, you would have seen probably closer to 300k. Because I've seen people do more than that even with her, because she is such a beast with crit damage, right? And if she's critting 100% of the time, that crit damage is coming through 100% of the time. So when I do get my full crit team up, I like to re-showcase them and just show you guys some big numbers and what you can do with a team like that. There you go, battle's over. But definitely, guys, as a free-to-play player and as a whale, you should 1000% be focusing on her. She is easily one of the best characters in the game for nuking. And as you can see, why every attack she did was a crit. She didn't miss one crit. So Hinata is very, if you're overlooking her because of what she was in the anime, you should 100% change your mind on that. She is a complete different person in this game than what she was portrayed. She's a beast. She's easily one of the best nukers in the game. So if you are thinking about leveling her, I hope the showcase showed you why you should be. Alright guys, this is Payne. Thank you for sticking around and watching. Again, thank you for the 300 subs, guys. I hope we continue to grow. I hope we keep making these educational videos for you. And the more content that comes out, the more I'll cover. And I'm going to continue evolving in terms of different teams I'm going to be setting up for you. So we're going to be doing a crowd control team soon with all stunners to see how that works. We're going to be doing a full AoE team to see how that works. And then we're also going to be doing a showcase on other characters such as the Sanny next. So guys, if you have any requests coming up, please let me know. I will let you know that the Tribes Lab is making me do some, not making me do, they've asked me to do, and I obliged to do some odd character combinations to show you guys how they jive. So I will be doing some weird teams eventually, just to show you guys what you guys can put together using odd couple teams that nobody would think of. So that will be coming as well too. Again, guys, this is Payne. If you need to get a hold of me, shoot me up on Discord, Reddit, or send me comments here on the YouTube channel. Please subscribe, guys. Please like. Please share this with your friends if they want to start the game. I'm hoping to have the most content for this game covered out of any YouTuber, and it seems like I'm on the right path here. So thank you again. Have a great weekend, everyone.